I think that a lot of the times when we talk to agencies that are trying to solve this problem of building a more reliable and repeatable new business system, there is information overwhelm. There's lots of anxiety and stress by all of the options and all of the tactics and all of these shiny objects that it could take to grow. So I really want to spend a quick second simplifying this so we can understand what really the three options are here. So the three options to grow are your existing network, which, if you're in that cobbler's children phase, chances are that's the lion's share of business right now. Maybe you are getting business from your friend who's a CMO and he goes on or she goes on to a different company and takes you with them. That can play out the opposite way too, and you could lose that business. You might have a really tight referral network of people that you know really well, and that's great. And then there's ways to keep doubling down on that and growing that network over time. So that's the first thing. The issue is that's largely reactive. The next option overall, as an umbrella, is inbound marketing, which if you're an agency, you probably know a little something about this, but this could include a lot of things. This could include creating content, could include, SEO, it could include ads, it could include speaking engagements. And it's basically, thought leadership and getting your perspective out there to bring people to you. And then there's outbound, which involves whether it's email, LinkedIn, phone, direct mail, passenger pigeon, involves you knocking on doors to build relationships with your future clients. So when we talk to agencies and B2B service companies that have tried outbound before, a big reason that they're not successful is that they're going in with the wrong frame and the wrong expectations about what outbound is and what it isn't. The issue is that most people are looking at outreach as a lead generation channel solely. And yes, it sometimes is a lead generation channel. And to talk about that a little bit more, we're going to look at this diagram of your market, or of really anyone's market for that matter. The fact is, there's going to be a small percentage of people in the bottom left who are actively searching for a solution like an agency. On the far right, there's also a small percentage of people and companies that will never hire you because they're happy or they're just not a fit or whatever it might be. And then there's everybody else, right? This is the vast, vast majority of the market who is problem aware, but not yet necessarily solution aware, right? And we're going to get more into that later. So if you think about outbound as just a lead gen channel and you only want to select for the tail end of people that are actively searching and you build all of your copy and targeting around just those people, you are really not going to be successful because you're selecting for such a tiny percentage of the market. And guess what's going to happen? Here's the catch-22. Let's say you do manage to connect with those people and convince them to have a conversation with you, enter the sales process. Guess who they're going to be doing business with? The people that built the relationship with them weeks, months, or years prior. So the healthier way to think about outbound is as a relationship building channel that allows you to contact your whole market, right? So to sum it up, the challenge with outbound is you are typically going to have a longer sales cycle with people. You're going to be getting it at an earlier stage, but there's some major advantages as well that really, really make it worth it. Here's a few of them. The first is kind of the flip of that. Because you are getting in earlier, you get to build that relationship and guide the decision-making process at an earlier stage. It's high ROI. While there is going to be work and investment and all that stuff at the beginning, once you get your stride with it and once you're optimizing over time, it can be much higher ROI than a lot of inbound channels that involve paying for ads and creating content and that sort of thing. You're really thinking about the time and then a pretty nominal investment in software and other tools. Beyond that, you get ownership and control. This means you get to decide on the precise companies and people that you want to open doors with and do business with, as opposed to building a funnel where you're going to have to separate a lot of wheat from chaff and spend a lot of time doing that. You really get to decide. And then the last advantage is that outbound is versatile and high impact. A lot of the times we're working with agencies that are doing other marketing initiatives. Maybe they're speaking at events, or they're going to trade shows, or they're putting out content. Outbound can weave its way into all of that sort of thing, to set up meetings before, during, after, and after events, to follow up with people that might have attended a webinar. Outbound as a skill set is really fluent with everything else. So that's what outbound has going for it.